why you are not remembering your dreams workshop. This is a part of my beginning your dream work practice series. Eventually this will be developed into its own course. So on last week we began this and we started talking about dream recall, which is one of the most important practices, one of the most important skills that you're going to need for your dream work journey. Basically, I mean, how can you expect to engage in dream work or even become lucid in your dreams if you're not able to remember your dreams? So we've spent quite a while and a lot of material on this. I talked to you about how we first started off talking about, the benefits of dream work. Then we moved on to trying to remember the specific names of the workshops. But we moved on basically to talking about dream recall and dream journaling one-on-one. That workshop is here on the Higher Alignment YouTube channel. We talked about how to remember multiple dreams per night. So once you've begun your dream journaling practice and your dream recall is starting to come to you, you're at least getting one dream per night. You want to be able to move forward and be able to remember multiple dreams per night. So we went over that information on Monday, and then tonight we're going to be talking about the reasons why you're not remembering your dreams. So I think it's very important to explore both sides of a topic. Giving you tips and tools that you can use in order to develop your dream recall, but also thinking about things that you may be doing or habits that you may have that are negatively affecting your dream recall so that you can stop doing those things. So you want to engage in habits that are going to support your goals, whether those goals be developing a dream work practice or anything else. And then if you find that you have habits that are unsupportive or that are negatively affecting the outcomes that you want to refrain from doing those. So I wanted to, cover both parts of that. So that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. Like, is this in my hair? So let me pull the live workshop up on my computer so I can see the questions as people are popping in. If you don't already have a pen, paper, notebook, tablet, whatever you need to take notes, go ahead and grab that. If you need to grab a cup of tea, go ahead and do that as well. I do have a cup of tea here, but I don't have that tonight. Let's see. Let me just get this pulled up. And these speakers muted, so there is no feedback. I'm gonna dive right on into housekeeping, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So let me just see. Okay, that's pulled up. So let's get started with housekeeping. As always, housekeeping item number one is going to be interaction. For those of you who are here live, if you have any questions, comments, experiences, go ahead and drop those in the comment section, and I will be sure to address those as they come up. If you are watching this on the replay and you just so happen to have questions, that's perfectly okay. Drop those in the comment section. Drop those in the comment section and I will go ahead and answer those as they come up as well. You all know that this is a safe space and a safe place where we all come to do our personal development work. So if you do have a question, if something I say doesn't make sense, please do not sit on the other side of the screen, bamboozled and bewildered and confused. Go ahead and, let me know what you need so I can adequately help you. Item number two, housekeeping item number two is going to be sharing is caring. So just like you're trying to grow, I am trying to grow as well. So what I would ask you to do is go ahead and share this video with a friend, family member, loved one. As I always say, tell a pimp, tell a player, tell a friend, tell a hater, tell somebody in your upline, tell somebody in your downline. That's going to help me extend my reach and do just a little bit more here on Higher Alignment. So if you find this content and this information valuable and you have someone in your life who you know is interested in dream work, they're interested in lucid dreaming, they like metaphysics, they're doing their personal development thing, they're getting their life together, they're getting their mind right, they're getting their life right, this information may call to them as well. So don't be a hater out in these streets. Do not be stingy with this information. Please go ahead and share it, okay? My third housekeeping item is going to be by text list. I do send out notifications 10 to 15 minutes before I go live. If you want to join my text list, go ahead and text the word hire, HIYER, to 888-533-6979. Text the word hire, HIYER, to 888-533-6979. And one more time for the people in the back, text the word hire, HIYER, to 888-533-6979. Okay. On Monday, I am planning also on sending out a freebie. It's going to be a resource guide full of links to most of the workshops that we have done so far that are available for replay, links to some materials and some resources that will help you improve your dream recall. So the freebie that I'm going to be sending out is basically going to be a document on dream recall resources. That way you can at least have everything that you need once again to develop this basic skill that you are going to need as you move forward on your dream work journey. So if you don't have that, really you don't have a dream work practice. So I want to make sure that you have everything that you need for that. So I'm putting that together and I will be sending that out on Monday. Next housekeeping item number 4. Let's go ahead and talk about the resources. Let me turn my computer light down because it is draining that battery. Let's go ahead and talk about the resources. So if you want to grab the workbook, and actually the workbook bundle comes with 2 workbooks, the Intro to Dreamwork and Lucid Dreaming workbook, and the Dreamwork for Personal Development workbook. All of them are fillable PDFs. They contain the activities, exercises, daily reading materials, how-tos, links to external resources, guided meditations, visualizations, scientific studies, everything that you're going to need to move forward on your dream work journey. If you want to dive in a little deeper, you can go ahead and grab the Dreamwork and Lucid Dreaming Masterclass series. I'm going to include those links in the description box. And in the future, once again, when I create this course, that is a collection of the material that we are covering right now. So it's going to be some lecture material, and then also I will include the Intro to Dreamwork and Lucid Dreaming workbook inside of that. So you have just, another resource and some more material to help you out. Once I do that and I put that and make that live on my Teachable, then I will go ahead and come back and update that description box so you can have the link for that as well. But that's everything that I have for us. So if you don't know who I am, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Aaron. I am a certified life coach, mindfulness and meditation practitioner, and mindset guru. I'm here to bring you the tips, tools, and techniques that you can use in order to create a positive shift and transformation in your life. I cover a lot of metaphysical topics, and I gear my information towards personal development. So if that interests you, then you are in the right place. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notifications on all future videos. Once again, we are going to cover 3 reasons why you are not remembering your dreams. We've already talked about dream recall and dream journaling. We've talked about how to even take that up a level and remember multiple dreams per night once you have gotten, the basic practices down and you can at least remember 1 dream per night. But I also want to cover the opposite side of that coin, like I said a little bit before housekeeping. And let's talk about some habits that you may have that are negatively affecting your dream work practice and your dream recall, okay? So, do I have my, here it is, my Tibetan sinking bowl. So let's go ahead and cover our 3 reasons. And this may not actually even take that long. So we're going to get right on to it. Reason number 1. Let me go ahead and ring the bowl, clean the energy up in here. Reason number 1 that you may not be remembering your dreams. And this one should be obvious. It is a kind of conclusion from what we have talked about thus far. But simply put, you're not keeping your dream journal. I have my dream journal here. Here is mine. I actually have a lot of them. Here's another one. Pull them as I am doing my dream journey, dream work, engaging in my dream work practice. I have more than 25 dream journals. I do advise selecting a journal that calls to you. I feel like if you have an energetic kind of attachment, I don't really want to use the term attachment, but we're going to say that. If you have an energetic attraction, let's call it an energetic attraction to the tools like your dream journal or a crystal pen. I don't have a crystal pen like around me, but this is going to call you to want to come to use your dream journal and use that pen just on a physical level. So I do advise, getting a journal that calls to you and one that you actually want to use. But for some people, that's not important. The look of it is not important. So you can grab one from like Dollar Tree, Walmart, Target, wherever. The main point is that you actually do want to be dream journaling. We covered that in detail on how to dream journal in the Dream Recall and Dream Journaling one-on-one workshop, and that is here on the Higher Alignment YouTube channel. So if you need that information, go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna try to remember to put that in the description box as well. But using your dream journal is one of the number one tools to increase your dream recall. It is a repository for all of your dream material. And when you are engaging in dream journaling, it really is stimulating the unconscious mind and influencing your unconscious mind, letting it know that, hey, my dreams are important to me. I feel that my dreams are important to me. I want to engage in my dream work practice, but I am going to need some help remembering my dreams. And if you begin to put this intention out there, if you begin to have a strong energy about this practice and what it is that you want to do, your mind will quickly remember that. It will quickly help you out. You will notice over, I would say honestly, a 2 week period really is going to be in that first week. But I think if you continue on for 2 weeks naturally, just doing the dream journaling, it is going to increase your dream recall. And you can go from remembering 0 dreams per night to easily remembering 3, 4, 5 dreams per night just by doing the dream journaling itself. So remember, you want to date, title, and put an emotion or like a genre, if you will, for each of your dreams. And when you wake up in the morning, try not to move your body, just lay still. Ask yourself, where was I just at? Who was I just with? What was I just doing? Allow those memories to flow back over your mind, and then try to hold on to them as you reach for your pen, as you reach for your dream journal. I like to keep my materials. I actually keep them in the bed with me. So I lay my dream journal and my dream pen open, the page already ready for me to just simply write, and I lay it right next to me on the nightstand, or sometimes I'll lay it on the other side of me on the pillow, or just on the bed somewhere that is very easily accessible. I don't have to get out of bed, do too much. It's right there, and it's easily findable for me. So one of the number one reason, once again, you may not be remembering your dreams is because you are not dream journaling. Even in the beginning, okay, when you are starting your dream journaling practice, maybe it's that first day, that second day, that third day, and you're continuously waking up and you're like, how am I supposed to write down my dreams if I don't remember my dreams? In the beginning, what you want to do is write down anything that you remember or anything that you feel. So this could be writing down just how you felt or your vague emotions, or you kind of wake up and there's kind of this emotional residue from your dreams. Sometimes that may season this waking up period in the early part of your day. So you can begin by writing that down. If you just remember something like a face like, oh, I feel like I was with my mother, or I feel like I was in a school, or maybe I feel like I was dreaming that I was at the grocery store. Go ahead and write that down. Write down what you feel or what you think you were dreaming about. And if you can't remember anything at all, then just go ahead and write down, I only saw black, or I don't remember anything. And if you do have to take that route, also write a resolution for yourself, like, I did not remember my dreams from last night, but I resolved to remember my dreams tonight. So go ahead and use that. Hopefully those tips have helped you out, but you definitely want to be engaging in dream journaling, okay? Moving on to number 2, the second reason why you may not be remembering your dreams is because you are using or consuming alcohol or THC, cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Now, I decided that I'm going to do an entire workshop on this on YouTube. On Instagram. So if you are following me on Instagram and you do see this video before Friday, and you feel like you fall into this category, make sure you pay attention on Friday because at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to go live. We're going to be talking about this in detail. But both alcohol and cannabis or THC suppress the REM stage of sleep. If you have the workbook, let me see. Go ahead and turn it to page 4. You can, in the intro to Dreamwork, in Lucid Dreaming Workbook, go ahead and turn to page 4 at the top. You're going to see a graph, and it shows you an 8-hour sleep period. It's divided into 5 cycles. It has the different stages of sleep on the vertical axis, and it has the timeline on the horizontal axis. And it's showing you how you cycle through the stages of sleep from awake, initially through the REM stage, down into stage 1, 2, 3 sleep, and then we pop back up into REM. And this cycle continues on throughout the night. That REM stage of sleep REM stands for rapid eye movement. And in the REM stage, your body has paralyzed itself except for the eyes, the diaphragm, and the genitalia. These are the parts of the body that are not paralyzed. So in the REM stage of sleep, where you're having those fully immersive, full-blown narrative type dreams, you'll notice that a person's eyes move back and forth. And this actually correlates with the way the person actually looking in the dream state. So that's very, very interesting. If you are asleep, and this is how they, I don't want to say discover lucid dreaming, but validated lucid dreaming in the scientific community. I believe it was done in the 1970s twice, one by Keith Hearn, and then also another time spontaneously, actually very coincidentally, at the same time, by Stephen LaBerge. So Keith Hearn and Stephen LaBerge, I believe, both did scientific experiments on this where they hooked someone up to oh my goodness, what is it? I don't want to say it's an EKG. I feel like that's absolutely not right. But they hooked their body up to sensors basically, and they were sensing the movement of the eyes. And the lucid dreamers agreed to do a specific movement with their eyes, like, I'm gonna look back and forth 3 times, pause, and then I'm gonna do it 3 more times. And that's gonna signal to you that I'm in the dream state. I remember my dream goal, and I'm signaling it to you because we agreed on this before I went to sleep, and we agreed that this is what this is gonna mean. So that's how the experiment really went. But going back to using alcohol and THC, both alcohol and THC suppress this stage of sleep. They suppress that REM stage of sleep. So for not having very much or very long or very deep the REM stage, if we're not able to access that stage of sleep, then clearly we're not going to be having many dreams. So if you are someone who consumes a lot of alcohol or THC, I would say begin to cut back on this, okay? There are some uses, we could say uses, things that people use THC for when it comes to their dream practice, and we'll talk more about that on Friday on Instagram. So I guess you could say that there are some pros and cons, but I'll just be completely honest. I always try to keep it real with you all. The cons absolutely for me outweigh the pros, okay? The cons definitely outweigh the pros. So if you find that you are using THC or consuming THC, or you're consuming alcohol and it is negatively affecting your dream recall, then you may want to begin a journey towards minimizing or eliminating those substances from your habits and your lifestyle. And if you're someone who likes, your Mary Jane, you're someone who likes your Jack Daniels, but you also like Dreamwork, realize that you don't have to give it up forever, but while you're doing your dream practice, I would absolutely try to abstain from that. And that can even be like a mental, emotional, energetic sacrifice. Like I'm sacrificing something that's important to me so that I can get this, and the brain will absolutely reward you for adhering to that abstinence and giving that sacrifice. And you'll find that that energy will transmute and shift from one topic or one habit, and it will translate over to giving you that deeper dream recall. Okay. um so yeah, using alcohol or THC is definitely going to negatively affect your REM stage of sleep. Is going to suppress that. And then even with THC, we know that, it affects the short-term memory. So it's like now you're having even less of that REM stage of sleep, and the dreams that you do have, it's more difficult for you to remember them when you wake up. So, once again, consumption of alcohol, THC, Mary Jane, cannabis, whatever it is, your Jack Daniels, your Crown Royale, that is going to not help you. So even though it's not going to give you that same euphoric sensation or anything like that, try dream tea. Try some mugwort tea in the evening. That's a way that you can drink something that's gonna help you out. Okay. So that's the second one. Our first one was not using your dream journal. Our second reason why you're not remembering your dreams is because you are consuming alcohol or THC. And let's talk about the third reason you may not be remembering your dreams. The third reason you may not be remembering your dreams is because you have a wake centric mindset. This term wake centricity, as I know it, was coined by Andrew Holacek. I have his book here, Dream Yoga. Definitely check this out if you are into lucid dreaming or you want to learn more about lucid dreaming. Dream Yoga, Illuminating Your Life Through Lucid Dreaming and the Tibetan Yogas of Sleep. He also has another book called Dreams of Light, and that's the one that I actually wanted to read a quote from, but I could not find my copy. It's probably in my room or in a bag somewhere. I have piles and piles of books laying around because I picked them up, intend to read them, read a little bit, and then I don't put them back on the shelf. But let's talk about wake centricity. So this is the perspective that many people adopt in the West, that we only value experiences that happen in the waking state. We consider the waking state like the chief state or the primary state of consciousness. Now, there are other cultures and other traditions around the world that do not view life or the experience of life in this same way. Many other cultures around the world actually value and prioritize the dream state or even the dreamless sleep state more than the waking state of consciousness. So let's think about this from a science point of view. The brain actually cannot tell the difference between the dream state and the waking state. An experience that you have in the dream state and an experience that you have in the waking state, the neurons in the brain fire exactly the same way. So from the brain's perspective, there is no difference between dreaming and waking. If we think about Tibetan Buddhism, we often hear about the ascended masters and the Buddhas and the awakened ones or the open ones. And you hear that these beings also do not perceive a difference between the dream state and the waking state. Why is this? Both of them, from this perspective, are viewed as illusory. Now, this challenges illusory does not mean that the experience that you're having isn't being had. Many times when we hear this term illusory, we're hearing like illusory nature of reality or the illusory nature of experiences. We take this to mean that the experience itself isn't real or isn't valid. It's not that it isn't real or isn't valid. It's challenging the status of that reality. So is that experience solid, permanent, and lasting? Neither one of them are. So, in order to make this a little bit more concrete, think about yesterday. Yesterday, you engaged with people in the world. Yesterday, you drank, you ate, you went to work or you went to school, and everything seemed so solid, so permanent, so lasting, so real, if you will. Then you went to sleep. When you went to sleep, the entire world, your entire experience, all the phenomena, everything you can see, hear, taste, touch, smell, think about, everything that you use to validate the solidity of your waking experience, it all, poof, completely disappeared. And then, and when you dream, an entire new world and new phenomena arise from your consciousness, and you are now absorbed in that. And think about that. In the dream world, everything, once again, from a non-lucid perspective, everything seems solid, permanent, and lasting. But we know that those dreams come to an end, and when we wake up, those same phenomena, those same experiences, they have collapsed back into the space of the mind. And then from that same space, the phenomena that we use once again to validate the waking experience are born. They come back into your perspective, and then that plays out. So, if we think about yesterday from the perspective of today, we see how illusory it is, like an illusion. Not that we don't see it or that we don't experience it, but is it as solid, permanent, and lasting as we believe it is? No. So think about today, look around you now, the room that you're in, how you're experiencing the self, the perceptions of the body. In the dream, we have a dream body. That dream body is really this very, very similar to the waking body. Both of them, we experience them through the phenomena. We feel we have a body, we see the body. We use all of our senses to engage with the body. And once again, the body seems solid, permanent, and lasting. But think about how many skin cells you lose a day, and how your hair falls out, and how when you're young you have teeth, and your baby teeth fall out, and your adult teeth come, and eventually maybe even your adult teeth will fall out. So even the body that we perceive as solid isn't as solid as it seems. If we think about this from another perspective, of a quantum physics perspective, we think about the makeup of the body, and the atoms and the molecules, and then we break it down to subatomic particles and quarks, and um, we think about that, and inside of those atoms, most of what's there is empty space. Once again, the same thing as we're saying, the illusory nature of reality. It's just, most of it is just space. Is a very, very small portion is something, a thing. Most of it is no thing or nothing. It's not a thing. Um, so let me see, wake centricity. So when we have this perspective that the waking state of consciousness is the chief state of consciousness, we tend to devalue the sleeping state of consciousness. So our dreams that we have, we tend to devalue them, and you'll even hear this when you're younger and you have a nightmare and you wake up and you run to your parents or your mom or your dad or your caregiver, and they say, oh, it was just a dream, go back to sleep. And this is used really as a way to comfort us. But what this does is this indoctrines us and conditions us to really not value the experiences that we have when we are dreaming. And if we want to improve our dream recall, if we want to dive into our dream work practice even deeper, then it is important for us to value both the waking state and the dreaming state equally, and to see that the experiences that we have in the dreaming state are completely valid. They are worth remembering, they are worth engaging in, they are worth considering. And the more you move away from this wake centric perspective of life, and you begin to value the dreaming state, the dreamless sleep state, other states of consciousness, like the liminal state, the hypnagogic and hypnopompic states of consciousness, then you will find that you will more easily be able to enter into these states of consciousness, engage with them, participate in them, and remember them when you return back to the waking state. So this was really, really quick. I feel like 30 minutes is our shortest workshop yet. But these are 3 reasons why you may not be remembering your dreams. So the first one is you're not keeping a dream journal, so make sure that you're doing that. Your second one is going to be you are consuming alcohol or THC, which is negatively affecting your REM stage of sleep, suppressing that REM cycle. So if you fall into that category, then you may want to, lay off of those substances and those chemicals, learn some other way or develop some other habit to replace that in the meantime, in between time, so that you can relax and decompress, or find something else to do that will satisfy the needs and desires that you have, which is influencing your consumption of that alcohol and THC. And then the last one, of course, is the having a wake centric mindset. So here on Higher Alignment, we talk a lot about thoughts and beliefs and how they contribute to and influence our patterns of behaviors and our habits that make up our lifestyle. So this is just breaking it down to those thoughts and beliefs, our belief system, making sure that you shift your belief system from one that is unsupportive, that is not supporting your dream goal, to one that is supportive and is supporting your dream goals and your dream practice. And that's going to manifest as developing and engaging in behaviors from those beliefs and those belief systems, the behaviors that will also support and nurture your dream work journey and your dream recall. So hopefully these tips have given you something to think about, and have also I have given you some just a few pointers on how you can correct these things if you find that if you are engaging in them and they're bringing you out of balance. So once again, go ahead and check out the other videos in this series on this topic. There is the Dream Recall and Dream Journaling one-on-one that is here on the Higher Alignment YouTube channel. There's also 3 reasons why, 3 ways to use Dreamwork for personal development. That was the first workshop, so go ahead and check that out as well. If you have enjoyed this content and the information, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the bell icon, so you can get notifications on all future videos. Go ahead and check out that workbook bundle so you can grab that if you want to dive deeper. And if you really, really want to dive into the deep end, go ahead and check out that masterclass that contains more than 10 hours worth of content. Check out that curriculum to see everything that's involved. And it also comes with the workbook bundle. And I will go back and update this video and the information in the description box to make sure that you easily can access all of those materials and resources. Once again, if you have any questions, make sure to leave those in the comment section and I will be sure to answer them. Good luck on your dream worker journey. I wish you the best, and I will be back relatively soon next week to give you more information on beginning and engaging in your dream work journey.